Yeah, well, the deal was for planning with this, and most people think we are out here against the school. We're not against the school, we're against the location of the school. And they didn't consider the community for planning. And then when we asked for discussions on changing that, they just ran over it, ran over this, you know what I mean? And once the flooding starts in this area, they're going to try to have meetings and say that they didn't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? Most people that's been involved with the school system, with the school community out here in this area, and everybody says it should be down the street. But you know, they even she didn't have the groundbreaking here. She had groundbreaking down Potomac Landing to mislead people that it was be down there. You know what I mean? But they have people thinking that we anti-schools and everything.
Yeah, that's a very important message to get across. We're not anti-school. We want schools built. We just want them built in the proper location.
And the deal is, even the deal, then when they say they're wrong, they say, well, we can't delay because it's going to cost us $30 million a month. Well, that's poor negotiation if you're in a public-private partnership and you negotiated that. Where it's going to cost you $30 million, when they did MGM, they made the fine so low that me and you could pay it at $500, $600, even though it's $1 billion project.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like they don't want citizens' involvement unless you are for whatever they do and don't ask no questions.
Right.
You know, that's what we get.
Okay. Is it okay to use your video?
Yeah.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. So see, because when they talk about what it gets me now, you see, when I started out here 27 years ago, I was president of PTA there, at Potomac Landing. When people wasn't speaking up, I helped the PTA under me. We got a computer lab the whole 9 yards. When my kids went to Burroughs, which is now Academic Academy,
right.
I was on the PTA there. I'm still on the treasurer at 69 years old.
So nobody can call you anti-school because your whole life has been...
None of these people walking here, even the council people, know that when they talk about school, they can't say, I'm the treasurer of the Booster Club, now at Freeman. I ain't got a child in there. You know, I've been involved with there, working with the principal. You know what I mean? For the last 10, 15 years, you know what I mean? So the deal is just that we get to a point when it's black elected officials and they're doing wrong, we don't supposed to show our laundry, you know. And what I have to say, some stuff we can't blame the white folks.
Yeah, well, Jacoby Wilson, I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Who?
Jacoby Wilson. He's a professor at the University of Maryland who is a proponent of environmental justice. And he says that whenever you have an environmental justice issue like this is, the politicians will say it's not environmental justice because everybody's black. But even black politicians can violate environmental justice because it's clear to see that this is environmental justice, putting a 4-story building right here at the highest point that I can see and putting in all that concrete for parking lots and roads and bringing in the traffic. What you're doing is destroying a beautiful residential community.
Yeah, well, they do it, and like I say, when you're in opposition or you say that, you know, it's like if you put it a bit. I'm going to give you a different way. When we talk about environmental justice, what's some black folks know about environmental justice? That's white folks stuff. That's what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though it's all messed up. See, we have, you know, and we have people who's on select board like Maryland Park and Planning Board, who has a piece. They're right down the street here.
Yeah.
Wasn't even in the meeting when we discussed it. Just while you was doing this, the councilwoman went up there in a black van.
Yeah, I saw her.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Her husband, he's a delegate, and guess what? None of her kids went to public school. So, you know, I mean, but she wants to be reelected. See, we're happy out here. You know what I mean? We got a little money and we happy. But our tax dollars is being misused because almost 60% of our taxes goes for schools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And there has to be some oversight. There has to be some citizen involvement.
Well, see, they get user-friendly citizens.
Yeah.
Citizens ain't gonna question nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we had the police chief, commander, when he stood in front of the tractor.
Right.
This guy came out here scolding people. Why didn't you protest when they built them houses? What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? See, the county had, and it's the county, what they do is this. They for economic development. If you say you want to build something right there, as long as they see some money coming in, they don't do no kind of testing and say if the soil is right or anything.
Yeah.
Then when it's a problem, see, right down the street, we got houses they built that have a wall, and the wall is deteriorating on the people's houses on the next street. They cover it up. You know, nobody say nothing. That's the deal.
Okay, your name is?
Earl O'Neal, like Shaq O'Neal.
Okay, do I have permission to use this video?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm from